Chris Cuomo here. Welcome to NewsNation. Decision Desk HQ, our polling watching partner, can now say that the GOP will take control of the House of Representatives and therefore all of Congress. Now, why aren't you hearing this everywhere? Because NewsNation once again has called it first. The real question is why. Again, DDHQ has been on its game. And just as important, unlike a lot of other outlets, NewsNation has no preference in the outcome as long as it is accurate and fair. So there's nothing for us to wait for. If this is what it is, this is what it is. So now let's talk about what it will mean for you, me, and our entire country. With both houses, President-elect Trump will likely be able to get legislation through. Now, as we've seen in the past, a president with both houses can get one, maybe two major pieces done, okay? Then the midterms come, which have been historically punitive to the sitting president. But these days, who knows what happens? But here's what we do know, okay? While it will take time for Democrats and dissatisfied voters to process the loss, that's not really unusual, especially when it came as a surprise, which it did to many here. They're going to have to move through blame, all these hollow hindsight reckonings. That's their fate for now. That shouldn't be our focus. Our focus should be forward. Trump and co. must be forward focused on what they will do to help as many as they can in this country and abroad. Already, President-elect Trump is sounding like former Trump too often, talking about the past and matters that just simply don't matter. I know the media, or really social media, feeds off this, but our real needs get starved as a result. The conversation collapses into this stupid blame game of who can say the most obnoxious thing. I don't believe that, well, but, Trump is Trump, and he says things that, I don't want to hear that anymore. It's not enough for us right now. This is Donald Trump's last time to serve, and he needs to be about more than going after Anthony Scaramucci for what he says on some morning cable show. Yes, I heard all the buzz about this. I didn't reply online because it's nonsense. There is no interview with me and Anthony Scaramucci that led to his getting fired. There's a whole story to why he got fired. Had nothing to do with me or us being, Italian friends. It's just a waste of time. The only interesting thing about it is how much younger I was just a few years ago. This is what life can do to you. So forget about the past. Forget about the drama. What legislation will you advance? Immigration? Tax and regulation cuts? Might this administration try to do them together? Today, especially today, we are reminded about why our president has to be more than the tweeter-in-chief. There is awesome responsibility. There is awesome need to take care of us and those who take care of us. Today, we say thank you, right? To the men and women who are serving and have served, our veterans. America is not what she is or how she is regarded around the world without you, men and women. Our service men and women and their families matter. They deserve honor and attention, and not just today. There is a need for a focus on them in this new administration. Here's the good news. Unemployment for veterans, reportedly at a historic low, lower than the rest of society. But they do have higher rates of mental health problems, issues that can go untreated. 17 a day die by suicide, the #1 gun crime in America. That number is 50% higher than the rest of society. And while the current administration helped the situation, there is still a large portion of homeless veterans in this country. So those who risked everything for us may get our attention today, but there's a lot more we need to give back to them every other day of the year. Now, one specific concern that ties Veterans Day into the news is the simple fact that we have 40 to 50,000 troops in the Middle East right now. Did you know that? A lot of them are in harm's way. They're just there to prevent and protect, but you got them in Syria, and you have them in the Middle East, And when you look at the zone, Israel is in this intense conflict, right? But it's on several fronts. And the United States has a lot of troops inside that danger zone. And now you have Turkey and the Kurds starting to heat up about active conflict. We have troops in that region also who could be vulnerable. So should they be taken out?
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.